So here we are at chapter 14, the last chapter in the semester. Solutions. Thirsty solutions. Why you shouldn't drink seawater. I think most people know they shouldn't drink seawater. For one thing, it doesn't taste very good, right? But you could imagine being stranded in a boat in the middle of the ocean. You get pretty thirsty, surrounded by water, right? Be tempting. It actually is worse to drink the seawater than to not drink anything at all, because the seawater will actually draw water out of your body instead of putting water into your body. And it does that because of the salts that are dissolved in the water and something called osmosis. So salt water is a solution. The solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. We've talked about solutions before. Water is the solvent, it's the main component, and various salts are the minor component, the solutes. So sodium chloride is the main solute in seawater. So here's a photograph of a wave, and in that water we have a lot of water molecules, of course, but then we also have sodium ions and chloride ions. And there are a lot of other salts in there as well. Well, nature has a tendency towards spontaneous mixing unless energy is put into the situation. And so if we take a tank of water here, there's a barrier, and we have fresh water on one side and salt water on the other side. And we pull this barrier out, and we don't stir it up or do anything to it, we just wait. It'll take some time, but it will mix together until it is of a uniform concentration. Spontaneous mixing. If you drink seawater, this tendency towards spontaneous mixing causes a flow of solvent, water, out of your body and into your intestines. So here's your stomach and your intestines, and here's the intestinal wall. So in the interior of your body cells, you have solutions, aqueous solutions, and they have a low concentration of sodium and chloride ions. And here is inside of your intestines where the water's going that you swallowed inadvisedly. And here the solution has a higher concentration of sodium and chloride. Nature's tendency towards mixing is that we want the concentrations of these solutions to be the same. The walls of your cells are such that it will not allow the sodium ions and the chloride ions to pass through, but the water molecules are small enough that they can pass through. And so what will happen is the water molecules will leave your cells and go into your intestines, and in order to dilute that water that you've been drinking. So this has the effect of pulling water out of your body and causes you to become more dehydrated than before you drank the seawater. Anybody have any questions about that?
That also the reason why skin becomes brittle?
Yeah, it also has, there's a lot of other effects as well. Like, I know the children they play in the bathtub for a long time, right? And in the bathtub is not salt water. And so then their fingers get all pruny because it absorbs water. Well, the water's moving into the cells to lower the concentration inside. And it has a lot of different effects, yeah. Also has impact in like cooking. So like if you want to make smoked salmon and you want it to not be too juicy, you soak it in a brine solution, and that draws water out of the salmon.
I don't know, this is cold. Being on the ocean, somebody's floating and never gravel.
Yeah, floating in the ocean, you'd excuse me. It would be pulling water out of your skin, and that would make it it's resilient.